Some rappers blow up off hype, others off luck. But then there are artists whose entire story feels almost unreal. One name that has people talking everywhere right now is Dave Blunt's. His rise has been full of pain, controversy, and moments that left fans speechless. How did he get here? And what did it take for him to even survive long enough to chase music? Today we dive into the raw and unfiltered story of Dave Blunt's. Dave Blunt's, born Davian Blessing on July 1st, 2000, is a rapper whose rise has been as raw and unfiltered as his music. His story begins in Salt Lake City, Utah, where he was born before his family relocated to Davenport, Iowa, when he was just 3 years old. Growing up with 2 sisters and a brother, his childhood was shaken by tragedy when his father passed away while Davian was only 8 years old. That loss left a lasting scar, shaping much of the pain and perspective he would later pour into his music. His relationship with his mother and siblings remained central, but those early years taught him lessons about survival and loss that no child should have to face. Before music ever came into the picture, Dave Blunt's life was defined by hardship. At different points in his youth, he dealt with financial instability and even lived in shelters.
Your mom started going through financial problems?
Yeah.
To the point where you guys started living in shelters?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty rough.
He worked odd jobs to make ends meet, including long hours in a call center, and survived off Social Security benefits just to keep himself afloat. These weren't glamorous beginnings, but they built the resilience that would eventually fuel his artistry. He has described moments where he stayed with friends in isolated apartments near the state border, cut off from resources. At times, he and others were stranded with little food, forced into tense situations where survival meant sharing, or sometimes fighting, for basic necessities. Those struggles became part of his DNA, feeding into the authenticity of his voice once he finally found his calling in music. The turning point came when Dave realized that music was more than just an escape, it was his way out. After experimenting with recordings on Facebook under different usernames, he began releasing tracks consistently in 2018, eventually sticking with the stage name Dave Blunt's.
So you're living at home, trying to figure out what to do with your life.
Yeah.
And you started making music on your phone initially.
Yeah.
So you just record into your phone and then...
Yeah, they had like a shitty app back then. I think it was called like InTrack.
Okay.
That you could record on.
Okay, so when do you go from that to like, okay, maybe I should take it a little more seriously?
Well, my mom always told me, do the best with what you got so you can get better. So I just kept making those songs on the phone. And then I had a friend who I actually went to high school with we went to middle school together. He hit me up and he was like, yo, your music's fire, but it needs a better mix. Like, I got studio equipment, come over to the crib and cook up with us.
But by 2023, he had almost given up on pursuing rap altogether. His health was failing, his finances were unstable, and his future in music seemed uncertain. Then came TikTok in 2024. Blunt started posting raw videos and songs that resonated with fans in a way he had never seen before. His track, The Cup, became a viral sensation, a song he made in just one day after being released from the hospital. It was gritty, painful, and deeply personal, exactly the kind of music fans connected with. That song would change everything. The Cup wasn't the only track to make noise. Talking to the Sun followed and quickly gained momentum online. Suddenly, Dave went from a struggling artist ready to walk away to a viral name on one of the world's biggest platforms. That momentum landed him a deal with Listen to the Kids, a Los Angeles-based record label, and set the stage for his debut album, Well Dude, Here's My Thing, released in June 2024. Later that year, he dropped If I Could I Would in October, and then in April 2025 came You Can't Say That, a project where Dave pulled no punches, addressing everything from his health to his battles with critics. In May 2025, while hospitalized again, he shocked fans by releasing another project, Change or Get Changed, on SoundCloud, embedding the sounds of hospital heart monitors directly into the music, a haunting but powerful symbol of his fight to keep going. Of course, with his rise also came controversy. One of the biggest moments was his public feud with Snoop Dogg. In November 2024, at Juice WRLD Day, Dave performed on stage connected to an oxygen tank, visibly struggling, but still determined to give his fans a show. At that event, he directly lashed out at Snoop, yelling insults after the rap legend had mocked his weight online.
That was funny. Go ahead, little homie. Big homie. Do your thing, cuz I ain't fucking with you.
Dave's words were fueled not just by anger, but by frustration at being ridiculed while literally fighting for his life on stage. The moment went viral and split opinions, but it solidified Dave Blunt's as someone unafraid to speak his truth, no matter the cost. Health issues have been one of the most significant chapters in Dave Blunt's journey. In 2023, he suffered heart failure, a terrifying ordeal for someone so young. By September 2024, his weight had reached over 600 pounds, making his performances increasingly difficult. His health struggles became highly visible when he appeared at Juice WRLD Day, sitting on a couch, tethered to an oxygen machine. Fans expressed both concern and admiration. Concern for his life, but admiration for his refusal to stop creating despite everything stacked against him. In 2025, while once again hospitalized, he released Change or Get Changed, a project that felt less like an album and more like a diary of survival. By mid-May 2025, he announced he was canceling his North American tour, sharing from a hospital bed that he needed to focus on diet, exercise, and recovery before continuing music and social media. Even through these health battles, Dave Blunt has remained a symbol of resilience. In late 2024, he publicly ditched his signature purple tracksuit to mark a new chapter in his life. In 2025, Kanye West even offered him help by connecting him with a personal trainer, showing that his story has reached some of the biggest names in music. Every decision he makes, from his music to his lifestyle, carries the weight of a man who knows what it means to live on the edge of life and death. Dave Blunt's story is one of pain, perseverance, and purpose. From losing his father as a child, to working dead-end jobs, to being stranded in apartments where survival meant fighting for food, his path has never been easy. And yet, through sheer honesty and raw emotion, he's carved out a space in hip-hop that feels uniquely his own. His viral rise on TikTok, his brutally real albums, his feud with legends, and his health struggles have all shaped a narrative that is equal parts tragic and inspiring. Today, Dave Blunt stands as a reminder that art doesn't always come from glamour. It often comes from the darkest corners of struggle. His music may be rough around the edges, his words often controversial, but his journey is one of survival, resilience, and the determination to be heard. And as fans wait to see what comes next, one thing is clear. Dave Blunt is not just making music, he's fighting for his life, and putting that fight into every single song.